Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video, and in Dungeons & Dragons terms, it's time to talk about old money bags. Yeah, this is my money bag, my medieval Dungeons & Dragons style pouch that I got from Raven Armories. They're the guys who made things like my battle axe, which I've done a video about before. They do various leather goods as well, like that medieval neck shoulder thingy, which turns out is actually called a gorget. Those kinds of leather items, they make these things, these little simple pouches that contain money. And I wanted to talk about not just mine, but also money pouches, or the D&D idea of carrying your money in a drawstring bag here. But first, what is inside here? It's not dice like most most D&D guys have got. In fact, what's in my money pouch is the coins of the realm. Because what I've got in here are a variety of bits of coins that I've had from various trips I've made over the years. You know, when you come back and you just can't exchange them for your own currency because they're not paper money, I just throw them in my bag and then I can look at them in future years. I've got everything here from, what is this? A Canadian dollar. We don't really use those anymore. We've got a Irish... What is this? 5p from Ireland. They are on the euro now, so that's no good. We've even got, where was that one? There's one over here that I don't even know what this is. It's one something, and it's got a picture of a guy in a nice flopsy hat with a sweet little goatee there. The writing is way too small for me to make up, but regardless, that's kind of a neat one. These are all from trips I took across Europe. In fact, here's a German Pfennig, which again, they don't use anymore. They're on the euro as well. Bank Deutschlander? 5 Pfennigs. 5 Pfennigs being part of a Deutschmark. And the Pfennig is actually, ironically, directly related to this, the American penny, and the one that we have here in Canada. Because we have gone with the dollar and the cent, like Australia and various other places, we refer to a single one instead of as a cent piece. We actually call it a penny, just like the Pfennig, just like the pence that the Brits use, etc. In fact, speaking of British money, on my trip across the UK, I actually also got this little box which contains reproductions and lighter weight versions of old British money that isn't in use anymore. Here is... Wow, what is this? I got these in Bath, and I think one is... they're not like shillings or something. Maybe one's a crown. One's a guinea. I can't remember. What is this one? This one is... Can't make it out. Anybody who's an expert on British coins, please sound off. But I believe, yeah, these are all like super lightweight, like you'd never mistake these for real currency. But they were in the shop in Bath, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I can have a guinea, crown, shilling, pieces of 8, whatever these things are. And yeah, I added them to my collection, but I kept them in their separate box. However, I'm not so much interested in the coins. I mean, go to a different channel if you want to check out that kind of a video. What I wanted to talk about, though, is the idea of carrying coins in a pouch, because it just seemed like one of those things that people in modern eras just don't do. I mean, we've got our wallets, and we do have various bags or what have you. There are people like, I don't know, say for example, The Rock sporting the fanny pack, which is maybe not so much in fashion anymore. But the idea of carrying around coins in a bag is actually old school, and I think it actually was no longer used because of something I discovered in Dungeons & Dragons. So, you've got your pouch of money. Now, this would have been something I've seen in movies. You know, somebody is about to buy some cattle or something like that in some medieval setting, and he reaches in and he pulls out his pouch, grabs a bunch of the coins, and, spoons them out to the person that he's buying the cow from. Pulls the drawstring, and then he puts it away. Seems simple enough in theory. However, I've also discovered that through Dungeons and Dragons, that is a very inefficient and bad way to carry your money. Here's our merchant, or whatever, in a tavern with his money pouch, not realizing that not far away a thief is coming in who actually very easily manages to pick his pocket. Look at that. So looping it on the belt was the solution. That'll defeat our sneaky thief. Except for they were smart enough then to just take a knife, cut it off. In fact, it was when playing Dungeons and Dragons I first encountered the phrase cut purse, and that is literally what that term means. I mean, it actually refers now to somebody who is a thief, but it does genuinely mean cutting the purse right off the belt. So in my experience, whenever I see in a film that's depicting old-time days of yore, when somebody reaches in, takes some coins of the realm out of their money bag and pays for it and stuff, I just think to myself, you know what? That is such a crazy idea now to me, because the idea of the drawstring bag that can easily be cut by a cut purse, that's just nuts. So no wonder we swap to keeping them in our pockets or in a wallet or fanny pack or whatever the heck else you've got on your person. Now, for anybody who's noticing, hey, wait a minute, there's something in the background there. Yeah, just as a side kind of related note, when I was making my Tsingtao bottle here for my Blade Runner video, I needed something that went in the center of the ribbon here that looked like a little metallic dot. And lo and behold, I found this perfect coin here, which I don't know if you can make it out. I don't even know what it is. It's no, not a clue. It's a little too hard to make out. It's I think it's half a penny. It is. It's half a penny. A halfpenny. All right. That went on to the Tsingtao bottle, and I sometimes take a drink from that. Oh, and also, since we're talking about sort of unrelated subjects, it's not actually pronounced Tsingtao. That's there's the beer that Harrison Ford was thinking of when he labeled this bottle. The word looks like it's pronounced Tsingtao, but I have found out from my video in China, in the region, this company name is actually more correctly pronounced as Qingdao. The Tsing part of it is just like Qing, and the T-A-W or T-A-O, like anybody who studies items of the East, T-A-O is actually pronounced Dao. So this is Qingdao, and if you listen carefully, that is actually what Harrison Ford is saying. It's not Tsingtao, it's Qingdao. But anyway, we're not really talking Blade Runner, we're talking Dungeons and Dragons and my money belt. So, just thought I'd talk about that, share my observations that, yeah, this whole cut purse idea is probably why we don't do money bags this way anymore. They look great in Dungeons and Dragons, but that's about it. All right, well, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.